Hello traders, hello. Welcome again today. Happy Sunday to you guys. You guys know how we do this. We do this on Sundays like this is when we analyze chart. We look at what we traded last week and what we are actually expecting. So this week being a new week, so what exactly are we actually expecting? Weekends like this is when you look at a clear chart for you to predict what market is going to give you by the week. Understand? Okay, before we proceed, if this is your first time of seeing my channel or seeing my video, please subscribe. It won't take anything from you. Please subscribe so that when we drop videos like this weekly, we drop every week, so that when we drop videos like this weekly, you'll be able to see them and like them and watch them because we are dropping videos like this, educational videos like this every week. So guys, let's just jump to what we have here on that. So on this AUD USD, if you are actually watching my videos, you will see that the last video I made videos concerning this AUD USD. So I'm looking forward for a sell at this point, which market have actually cleared our inducement as you can see here. Let me make it wide enough. So market have actually cleared our inducement right here, but the way market is now, it did not mitigate me by Friday. So what I'm actually expecting, I'm still expecting market to come up here and also mitigate, take me in. I don't know if it's going to come up, but I don't actually. Okay, let me just show you guys the reason why I mark out my entry zone like this on a daily time frame. So I marked out a candle body on a daily time frame. Let me show you guys. You see, from this candle body to the week, that's how I marked it out. You see, so I have here, as if you check very well, you see that we still have an invisible inducement, which is the tip of this week of the candle of this candle. So, but from the look of things, market actually sweep it out already. Market actually sweep it out already. See, so but what am I saying here? What I'm saying is that market can actually come up right here and take us in, because I'm not going to set my entry zone more wider than this. This thing is very wide. We have about 38 pips stop loss, which is very massive. Normally, say I don't do this. I had my entries used to be something like this. Maximum you see something like 30, or 30 is okay, but I had to do it like that because it's a daily candle. So let's see how it plays out. So on Monday, which is tomorrow, what am I expecting? I'm expecting market to still come up and take me in on this AUD USD. But if it did not come up right here, what am I expecting? I have to wait for another setup. Pass like that. So every setup must not be yours, understand? So but you have to like follow all the rules that is necessary. So my target is at this point right here. My target is at this point right here. So which is about 1 is to 3.5. So which is very nice and okay. So let's look at another currency pair, which is we have this GBP on a higher time frame. Let's just go on daily time frame, so let me make it more clear and simple. So on this daily time frame, you see that we are actually downtrending at this moment right here. So you see, it's very clear. So what are we actually expecting this week? So first of all, you see that we have a previous sweep of liquidity, which we traded this before. We took this as of last week. Yeah, as last 2 weeks, something like that. We took this sell here on last 2 weeks. Yep. So, but you see that we have a sweep of liquidity right here. So, what do I mean? But we don't have a visible inducement. So, we don't have a visible inducement. So, we have to wait for market to like give us an inducement, like for market to engineer an inducement to make it more possible for us to enter. So I see the market actually came here. Look at what I marked out before. So I was expecting market to like take out this zone right here, making this place a valid inducement. So now market have actually break this structure right here. So I'm expecting market to pull up again at this point, taking out this here as an inducement. You understand? It's a kind of trap. So people will be expecting to sell from this point, but I'm looking at market is going to come up again, take out this inducement right here and enter this other block here. It's a protected sell zone right here because you sweep a liquidity right here. So this means that it's going to sell once market comes up to this point. So we are going to jump in for a sell, and we are targeting to this point, making it about 3.6%. Yeah, 1 is to 3.6. Wow, that's amazing. That's good. That's a very nice trade. So, but we have to wait to see and have to wait for market. Have to be patient enough to wait for the market to get to our entry zone before we execute. So, but market data like this will help us for us to be able to have that patience enough to understand, because when you don't have that patience, it will make you to keep jumping in and out on a trade that you are not ready to take. Like as of last 2 weeks, I did not execute any trade till Friday night because all my where I marked on my point of interest, market did not get to my point of interest till on Friday. And that trade that I took that Friday happens to be a very sweet trade. So that was the only trade I took that Friday. So making it a very good trade and making it a very good profitable week. You understand? So it's not all about taking a lot of trade, it's all about taking quality trades. So that's why you have to mark out your zones and wait for market to come to that point. You execute. You know pass like that. Understand? So let's just look at another one. So we have NZD right here. So what exactly am I seeing on NZD? You see that first of all, let's go on higher time frame, which is maybe daily. Let's go on daily. Okay, on daily time frame, you see that the market has been selling and it will continue selling. It will continue selling. So let's see what we have on 4 hours because daily is very small. Okay, right here, you see it. First of all, sorry, what I wanted to do on a daily time frame is to mark out this Fibonacci just at this point, which is the last high to this last low right here. You see? So on this Fibonacci, market have not gotten to the 50%, this red line here. What does this mean? This means that market can actually continue to buy till it gets to this point, but that will not actually that will not make us not to enter a trade that we are looking at as our setup when it's showing. Understand what I mean? So what I mean is that this market is still going to buy, but I'm not sure if it's going to get to this 0.5. But the reason why I'm showing you guys this Fibonacci is that like to show you that market can still buy before continue selling. It must not be that market is selling that because market is selling on a higher time frame means that everything will just continue selling. So the reason why I'm showing you guys this, let me delete this. The reason why I'm showing you guys this is because I'm seeing my setup on for a buy. I'm going down on 1 hour time frame so that it will be more clear enough. So on 1 hour time frame, you see that market has been very noisy, but we see that market actually sweep a liquidity right here. So when market sweep a liquidity before breaking a structure, what does it mean? It makes it a protected point of interest. So when market protect, we have a protected point of interest. What does that mean? We execute our trade whenever market gets to our protected point of interest, having our inducements intact. Fine. So here I saw a liquidity sweep, which we have kind of inducement right here. But to make it more clear, market actually engineered another inducement right here. This one, before coming to this point. So I'm targeting for a sell from this point right here. Understand what I mean? But I'm expecting market to actually take it out right here from this zone. So market might actually come down more safe to get to this point, right? Just not to miss the trade, understand? And the stop loss is not that much. We have about 8.5 pips. So we are targeting to this point, which is our 3.5. 3.5, that's what I'm targeting for this buy. So, but apart from that, what else are you seeing on a sell side of it? You understand? What I mean, even from the look of things, you see that we still have selling showing in the showing itself. So it's not hidden. You see the market actually came up to this point, it sweep this liquidity right here. Now after sweeping the liquidity, what happened? It engineers a new inducement breaking this structure right here. So what does this mean? If this market actually happens to give us a very nice profit at this point right here, I'm jumping in again for a sell because we have a protected zone right here, which is our point of interest and our inducement intact. So from this point right here, I'll be selling. I'll be selling. I will be making my stop loss to be, I think 7.5 is very nice, or 7.8. Okay, like this is very nice. And at this point, we are on a sell. We are on a downtrend. What does this mean? This means that we can actually decide to target more till at this point, because if this market actually mitigate this place, what does this mean? If market is coming to that point again, it's taking it out entirely. I'll be giving you assurance that this market will actually come down to this point. Here will be a very point, another nice point for you to like exit the market, which is about 5 1 to 5. If you reach 1%, that means you're targeting 5% of your trading account. Understand what I mean? So guys, this is a very nice trade. So let's wait for the week and see what the week is going to give us. So what else are we actually looking at for? Let's go on Euro AUD. So on this Euro AUD, sorry, let me make it more clear. And this Euro AUD is going to be we have to be patient enough. The trade that we took last week is on this pair. We took a very nice buy on this pair right here. See, look at how I marked it out. I'll just want to show you guys. It's very nice. It's very nice. If you are with me, you will be able to be catching all this kind of trade. So we see that we have a clear liquidity sweep from here. Have a clear liquidity sweep from this point. A clear liquidity sweep right here before breaking this structure right here. Understand? So this one is a liquidity sweep, and this one is a break of structure. So what does that mean? Here is a protected low. You see, market actually gets into our protected low, leaving this point right here. We have this point right here to be a valid inducement. This is how we mark it out. It's very simple for you to identify a point of interest that is going to play. Understand? Buy zone. So it's very simple for you to identify a point of interest what market is going to react from. You see, immediately market actually gets in at the point our point getting into our point of interest, it gave us 1:3.5. That's what we use to exit this market. Is very nice. So let me just show you guys very quickly. Let me show you guys very quickly. Close trade 24 hours, last 27 days. So you see, the last loss I took here was on Euro USD and AUD. Yeah, this AUD wasn't is a prompt trade that I execute. You see, I was actually down 24 and the 16. So, but it's remaining 1% for me to pass this account. That's it. So, but what I mean here, what are we actually expecting right here? You see that at higher time frame, which is on daily time frame, you see that we're actually looking out for a very clear liquidity sweep right here. Understand? Leaving this place as inducement for those that are trading higher time frame. Let me delete those ones I just put last to make it more clear. Okay. So this trade, I'm not in a haste. You understand? So market can actually still do this. Market can actually still come down to this point and react. Understand? So it must not be to this point. So that's why I just mark it out and make it easy for me to wait. Understand? So which other pair I'm actually looking at? I'm looking at AUD USD. So on this AUD, okay, I've actually shown you guys see this one is a very nice trade for a sell. For a sell. Okay, look at this one. Is GV, sorry, let me mark it out so that it's not hard for me to find again. So I have this zone right here on high time frame. I have this breakup block at this point. You see that we have a lot of resistance at this point. You see, market resisted. Let me just put it on daily time to make it more clear. Market actually resisted at this point a lot before breaking out. So as after breaking out, it left an inducement right here that did not mitigate in any of these that did not mitigate at any of these resistance. You see, he left an inducement right here before rallying up. So what am I actually insinuating? What I'm insinuating is that market can actually come to take out this low right here as an inducement, respecting all these resistance zone to be a support zone, making it a valid breaker block. You understand what I mean? Making it a valid breaker block. So from this point, I'll be expecting to enter a trade that is going to I'm going to hold. It's going to be a swing trade. So if you have the mind to hold up to this point, fine. But if you have this, is a very nice place to exit a market. Understand? It's a very nice place for you to exit. So, but I believe and I pray for me to by then I would have maybe passed my account and I'll be trading the funding stage. So let's see how it goes, guys. So this is my setup for the week. So guys, if this is your first time coming or maybe seeing my video, please do well to subscribe, like my videos. I beg. It won't take you, it won't cost you anything. It won't cost you anything. Please support me that is still growing up. Understand? Support us. It must not be the gurus and the guys that maybe showing you this lifestyle of things. Understand? Please subscribe to our channel and watch our videos. Understand? I'll be showing you guys videos like this every week. I'll be showing you, and the way I do it, do show result of how it's later played. Understand? So we have to like wait. Let this week we are entering now finish. I will show you guys how this trade plays out. Understand? Please do well to subscribe to this video, this channel, please. I thank you for sticking around till this time. Understand? I'll be dropping videos like this every week. Thank you for having you around.